This is Name No One Chose and the always fabulous Minnie. Here with DeadlyCast, episode 3, finally back after a brief hiatus. DeadlyCast is Deadly Gaming's podcast. You can find more information about our clan at deadlygaming.com. Check us out on Twitter at DGClanTV, Facebook at Deadly Gaming Clan, on Twitch at Deadly Gaming TV, Deadly Gaming TV 2, and Deadly Gaming TV 3, and under the DG Clan TV on YouTube. Today's podcast will cover clan news, such as rank ups, the upcoming Black Ops 2 tournament brought to you by our events team, startup and restart of Sub Rosa and Xenon Squad, and the main focus of the podcast, the trend video games have taken in their respected genres, but mostly first-person shooters. So we start off with the clan news.
Ooh.
Now we have some bad news here, Minnie.
We do?
Yes, first off, Brklyn will be leaving with his family on vacation for 2 weeks. Yes, have a safe trip, Brklyn. Now, Minnie, what can we say to these guys here? We have to make sure we keep this clan going. Brklyn's going to be gone. What's going to happen?
Yes, everyone needs to make sure the clan is working like a well-oiled machine while he's gone, because we want him to relax and not worry about anything.
All right, let's move on to rank ups.
Well, I wanted to actually congratulate you and Ben Barrel for getting ranked up to second lieutenant. So thank you very much, sirs, for your hard work. And other big news is Caboose is finally a founder. And he's been with DG since day one, so it's, about damn time. Excuse my language.
Oh, yeah. I always wonder about that. How does one get the rank of founder? I mean, how do you get ranked up to that? Since he's been here day one, I thought he would already have it. But I guess, and also I just like in this podcast to say, Brklyn, you tricked me. And you know it, you're going to laugh, but you tricked me. All right, so let's go on to this next thing here. We've got to make sure we sign up for the event team's Black Ops 2 tournament. It's free for all or search and destroy 2 versus 2. Now, prizes are to be announced. Now, from what I hear, it could be some good things. So keep a lookout on that. And plus, Steam sales are going like crazy. Always keep an eye out on that as well. Now, check out the forums for more information and to sign up. It's August 10th and 11th. And then here we go. Here's Minnie's line of work here. If you're looking for a group to play StarCraft 2 or Battlefield 3 with, and I'll let Minnie give you the information on that.
So the StarCraft 2 squad name is Sub Rosa, and that's run by Fastnet and myself. We have practice every Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. EST and Saturdays at 12 o'clock p.m. EST. You can join us on TeamSpeak in the StarCraft channel, or if you don't feel like being on TeamSpeak, you can also join us in the group channel called Deadly Gaming Practice Group. As for Battlefield 3, the squad name is Xenon Squad, and that's run by Agent Yak and Fastnet as well. So I think they just get together generally from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. on weekdays, and on the weekends 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And if you want to sign up for that, just contact either Agent Yak or Fastnet.
Oh, great. And I used to be part of Xenon Squad. That's why I said the restart up, because I used to be a part of that, but it didn't... I didn't have the time, so hopefully now we can get this thing going with the right people. And then, as was discussed in our previous officer meeting, which I wasn't attending because I just got ranked up. All right, make sure you're doing your part in recruiting everybody. It seems small, but doing this, like retweeting all of our videos, liking our videos, subscribing, commenting, sharing, everything you can do helps DG out. We're all a big community. Let's keep it that way. Last Friday, which I wasn't a part of, we had a live, successful Q&A with our clan leaders, and Minnie can tell you a little bit more about that as well.
So the founders kind of got together, and we think this is something we want to do monthly, just so that we can keep everyone up to date with what's going on with the clan, and if there's any questions people have for the founders. I think it's a great way. It makes it kind of intimate. You get to see the clan leaders' faces, and they're people too, so you don't have to feel like there's a wall between you guys, which is how I felt about Brklyn. When I first joined our TS, I would always see his name and be like, oh, it's Brklyn, I feel like he's a celebrity, or like the Britney Spears of, Deadly Gaming or something.
It's that founder tag.
Yeah. So, I think that would be a great way for the founders to sort of interact with everybody. And but if you miss this time, the VOD is on YouTube. So if you just go to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/DGClanTV, the VOD is there. So
Oh yeah, and just recently I put up my first YouTube video with the Black Ops 2, and Brklyn already has 3 up there. I mean, he's great. He rolls them out. But I put my first one up there. There will be more to come. It's probably going to be about once every, I would say, 2 weeks. I want to be safe and say 2 weeks because it's I do it off-site with a buddy of mine. He's kind enough to help me out. But we will be bringing more of those to you. Now let's get on to the main focus of this podcast, Minnie. We're going to talk about FPS trends mostly because the way games are going. We're going to talk about a little bit about Battlefield and Call of Duty, maybe a little bit about the physics engines that they're using or still using. Any sort of anti-lag, which I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of, but we'll talk a little bit about that. Punk Buster and anti-cheat because, they just can't seem to get it right. Why are they always set behind? Let's talk about that a little bit too. Now, let's start with the physics engines on here. The physics engines specifically for Call of Duty is still the Quake 3 engine. And they even put it like, we got a new engine, yay!
Oh my god.
The new Call of Duty Ghost, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's excited. Oh my god, they're finally getting their act together. But you know what we found out? It's just more scripting on scripting. They just put more things on the Quake 3 engine, and some people make fun of it. I've even heard, Nintendo-based graphics? I've heard some things like that before. It's so frustrating that we want realism, right? Well, they keep putting stuff on there. You keep scripting it. It gets backlogged with so much code that you lose the raw greatness of what a new engine would give you. And so with that, we're stuck, and we can't move on, and we have the same thing. And so you saw Modern Warfare 2, and it looked like a really bad version of COD 4 in my opinion. I'm sorry, but I never got Modern Warfare 2, by the way. I put my hand up. I didn't get it, and I didn't get Modern Warfare 3 either because I thought they were awful. And that's another thing too. They didn't have dedicated servers, but I'm gonna get off that tangent. All right, back to what we really want is realistic gameplay. We want in-your-face action. We want everything right there in front of you. More realism, like jumping through. Look at what EA did, and I'm not a big EA fan, a lot of people aren't, but the DICE engine that they came out with, they actually put people aside and said, hey, make something better. And they did. And granted, they've got a lot of quirks because it's a new engine, but it's still, they got a new engine. And with the DICE engine they use, the Frostbite, I believe it's 2 engine they're talking. That's what they said. Now they have 3, but that's with the BF4, which we'll talk about later. But with the new Frostbite 3, you have bullet drop, which means they created anytime you fire a weapon, it creates a physical bullet in the world, and it drops.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
It actually has its own weight, and that's why you have to lead people off. You can't just fire people in straight line like lasers like they do in the Call of Duty. That's a Quake engine. And also, the Quake engine deals, with that, the Quake engine kind of incorporated the anti-lag, and this is where I'm going to get into the anti-lag. They tried to do it because they realized people connecting to other people will have hard times. They wanted to do away with dedicated servers, and they did bring in anti-lag in Modern Warfare 1, which is Call of Duty 4 for those who don't know. And what they did is they brought it in there to where somebody with 250 ping would actually have better registration than somebody with 50 ping. It didn't make sense. You would come out around a corner and you don't see somebody, you see them start firing, but then you die and you wonder what happened. I shot at him, just lucky he came around the corner. Well, on his screen he actually saw you about 2 seconds before you did and was already firing at you. And due to the connection and the frames going back and forth with anti-lag, it would go against you. Now, I take advantage of that with the new Black Ops 2.
Oh, God.
The speed is the way they do it, and they ruined it by adding so much speed with the ADS, using stock and lightweight and all that kind of stuff. You can actually trick the anti-lag to where you are always winning. So that's what I do, just to let you know. And I do have, on the forums, I did post a tips and tricks, and it has that in there. But yeah, back to the anti-lag. I'm not a fan. And I wish and I pray for dedicated servers again. And they won't tell us for Modern Ghosts if they'll have it. So I'm really praying they do, because nobody likes non-dedicated servers, at least on the PC side. I understand like the quick hosting, whatever, for Xbox and whatever, but that's just, it doesn't work for PC. Because you got some guy still somehow on a 56K modem doing that, and you're just like, what's going on? You can't get in there. You're just like, why is it lagging? And it's because the host is awful. And it's because they transferred it over to that host. Going on to the next thing, let's talk a little bit about the Punk Buster and anti-cheat. Now, I talked to you about it briefly, but you didn't really play Call of Duty 1, right?
Not really, yeah. It was more like COD 4, so...
I did, and that's my love, was Call of Duty 1. Oh, I won my first computer playing Call of Duty 1. It was amazing.
Oh, those memories.
Oh, it was so good. Oh, nostalgia. Okay. But yes, anti-cheat and Punk Buster. I don't understand. Punk Buster was even for COD 1, so it's gone across. You've seen it for Battlefield and so on. But how come they're always behind? And I understand they will be, but why don't they have their own teams going out, just like in the real world, where you hire people to hack your stuff on purpose, and once they hack it, you find out how to stop it. Why don't they do that? And I understand, it has to deal with they have money issues, whatever. But if you want to be a successful anti-cheat, do that. I mean, that's what everybody wants. They want cheating. That's why I stopped playing Battlefield 3 for a long time. It's because of the cheating. And you can tell when someone cheats because they have like different ways of watching it, whatever. But you would be aiming at somebody and their bullets wouldn't miss. And you're like, there's no way this guy is that accurate all the time.
Yeah.
Like, he fired 3 bullets and I died. That doesn't make sense. So, there's different, and that's in Battlefield 3 where if you've played it, spraying, your bullets just disappear into nothing. But that's part of the way they do the engine. They don't want you to be 100% accurate. Your bullets become not full, realistic things in the environment and so on and so forth. But yeah, so that's what we're dealing with there. And then let's move on. Let's see, we got the instant gratification. So we're done with the anti-cheat because I don't want to keep going on like this. I just wanted to say that they really need to get that going.
Yeah.
But let's go on with the instant gratification they have in games, and this is the route they're moving towards. And I'm gonna let you take this over because you were really passionate about it earlier. You have to get this going.
I mean, I don't even know where to start with that. I think we saw a lot of it. Like, I mean, it was in like this era or like this generation of the games like Call of Duty Black Ops and stuff, but then I think we really saw it at E3 when they came out with like the PS4 and the Xbox One, and where it's all like Twitch is integrated with Xbox One now, and they've got like this sharing button on the PS3 or PS4 controller, and it's just like, yeah, I gotta tell my friends about that, sick headshot I got, or like, it's just, I don't even know where to start with it. It's just
think it's overload?
What was that?
Do you think it's overload? Like it's pushing too much on, kids these days? You think anybody should be able to put their video up there?
No, I'm honestly just gonna say no, probably not. Like, not everyone's gonna care about some 12-year-old getting like a 360 no scope, but I do feel like
it is awesome.
Not just about video games. I do think in our generation, and the newer ones that are coming out, it's all about like social media, like social networking, all about getting that achievement point. And like, someone did an article about how like when you play games like Call of Duty, you get that instant gratification. It like releases this pleasure hormone that makes you feel good, and you get addicted to it. So, Call of Duty does small things like adding like those hit markers and putting that sound effect in there. So like every time you hit somebody, it feels, really good, and you feel proud of yourself that you got those hit markers, And then like the bloodthirsty achievement and like the headshot and knifing somebody, like all of that stuff,
Oh yeah, and I remember even in COD 4 they had that to where if you shot somebody, it made a different sound. Like if you're shooting through a wall, it would make a different sound than normal if you knew you were hitting somebody. I thought that was so... I understand like they put that in the game for sound purposes, but I could pre-fire through walls and check spots all the time when I played COD 4, because I played Pro Mod, which fixed anti-lag a little bit, by the way, going back to the... But you would hear different sounds like you're saying, so it felt good knowing that I could just click different areas, and all of a sudden I hear a different sound, and I could just kill somebody through a wall. But yes, I understand.
And you felt super proud of yourself. You're like,
awesome.
Hell yeah, I got that guy.
The dude came to the corner and was like, oh, now he's not.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it goes along the lines of like why games are starting to be more easy and handicapped and more like, giving you hints and stuff like that, where they make items like glimmer and like adding in like if you're lost for a couple minutes, you can press a button and it'll give you a hint, like that kind of stuff you didn't see back in the day. It's like,
I agree.
Yeah.
I remember playing games back then. You'd run around for like an hour. Like I swear I went to this spot like 10 times.
Yeah.
Where do I go? And you'd have to like look it up or buy the book. Nowadays you get everything online.
Brady games.
Yeah, don't laugh at me. But look at back. Does anybody remember old school Resident Evil?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you put that on the highest difficulty, it was so hard to play. I mean, you'd hope you found the right little like green plant and red plant to make the T-virus antidote or whatever. I mean, it was super hard. You had to run through there, and it was super scary if you played with the lights off. I did that because it was awesome. Or even, for example, look at everything now. It's like 6 to 8 hours, and we win the game. I mean, in one sitting, you can beat almost any game you play now.
Yeah.
It's like, what happened to the full length immersion that that we had and getting into it? I mean, you look at For example, I used to play like 200 hours into like Final Fantasy VII, which I still own, by the way, on my PS3. And I admit I have a PS3, but I still have it on there, and it is still amazing. I don't care what anybody says, best storyline ever. But anyways, I'd play hours. Final Fantasy IX, I know at least in one of my games, I tried to beat it really fast. I beat it in like 48 hours, and then I did a long one. I played like 130 hours.
Wow.
In the game. I mean, I put time into it because it was fun. I wanted to master it. I wanted to get it going, and that's all gone now. Everything's like, do this, replay it again to get this one achievement. And then what you're talking about before, like glitter and things, you get like an AI in different games, which is BS. They throw you
BioShock
like,
Infinite. BioShock Infinite.
Yep, BioShock, and you're saying The Last of Us.
I
was like, where does she get all that stuff from? Is she just yanks it out of her butt?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know what? Randomly, I'm rich. Here's a thing of coins just every once in a while. Just give me the money now, all that you have. Let me buy all the best things, and I could beat the game. But no, she's like, you know what? Randomly, you look poor. Here's a coin. I just don't understand that. If I had a young girl like that following me around, give me everything I need, where would I be? I think I'd be famous.
Yep.
Maybe a rapper, minus the rapper part.
Next Lil Wayne.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
or was it Bow Wow? Is that? I don't
know.
What? But yeah, I mean, from what you're talking about, everything now, everything has health regen.
Yep. I hate that. I hate that.
You get revived. But in Battlefield, I understand that's kind of needed because it's such a big world. You have to be able to kind of revive somebody. But
yeah.
You can keep it down. Like, you can't shock charge anybody who keeps dying right in front of you 20 times. I think if you get shot in the head, you should be done. That should be something
exactly.
In the game. A headshot should end you.
Period. You should write a letter to DICE, actually. That's a good idea. Like, if you get headshot, no res,
Yeah, dear DICE, Deadly Gaming thinks your engine sucks. Let's fix this. But no, I mean, here's
the thing, though. They're just trying to make money in the long run, right? So they're going to do what people want. And unfortunately, that's what people want. They want it to be easier. And, like, that's where the casual crowd comes in, right? Like,
yeah.
I think that's why Call of Duty is so successful, unfortunately. They're like the, Nicki Minaj of, the video gaming scene. Like, Nicki Minaj is a horrible rapper, and, she looks crazy and stuff, but she's still really successful, and everybody loves her for some reason. It's like, same thing with Call of Duty, you know what I mean? It's like, that's what people want. They want that, instant satisfaction. They want to be able to feel like they're doing good in the game, even though it's not even, like, that hard,
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you said.
Yeah.
Everything's handed to you on a silver platter.
Yep.
And then they make it so easy.
Yeah.
And I'll get this into more next week I believe we're going to talk MMOs.
Yes, MMOs.
But put it this way. I'm going to say it in the next week's thing, but I remember playing a game where you'd spend 4 hours grinding and get 1.2% XP for your level.
Exactly.
And that was a good day.
Exactly.
That was a good day.
Yeah, no, it's our generation. It's the people, and no matter how much you want to fight it, there's absolutely nothing that you can do. Like, you personally can change the way you like your games and stuff, but everybody else is probably gonna like casual, easy, laid-back kind of gaming. And it kind of goes back to also League of Legends and StarCraft. I don't know if you know the difference between the two, but everybody loves League of Legends and is doing so much better than StarCraft because it's casual and it's easy to get into, while like StarCraft is extremely stressful and it's difficult for a new person to get into it. So it's all about that,
Yeah, I could talk a little bit about League of Legends. Everybody who knows me knows I hate that game. I've played probably 1,900 games played in that game.
You do?
Yes, I have played it. I was pretty decent.
Yeah.
I played with my buddy. We actually got so high in our queue before they had the ranking system. No.
Okay.
It's my buddy that he doesn't play anymore because his wife doesn't let him. That's funny.
Oh.
Yeah, it's my wife. But we were so good. Like, how everybody's heard of Hotshot GG, whatever.
You're right.
We played against Hotshot GG. He was
no
literally
way.
top. We played against his little buddy Skills or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, he was Shaco. We pooped on them.
Really?
Bad. Like,
no
not
way.
Even close. Like, Hotshot GG won his lane.
Yeah.
But they got destroyed everywhere else.
Yeah.
And it was like, and everybody's talking how good this guy is. Like, he knew the mechanics. He's got Riot in his pocket telling them how this works, how this works, how this works. And there's things like, I can go on a big tangent about how bad LOL is. They did this release that somebody found out that they give certain players accounts that have everything unlocked.
Right.
They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's like...
Where people have to pay for it. That they're all about making money, but they're giving out accounts to select few players so that they can have anything they want all times. Now, you take somebody who's what they consider good at their game, and you give them an advantage over everybody else, so that they're that much better than everybody else.
Right.
You keep them ahead of the curve on how things are coming out and what they're going to do, ahead of the curve on nerfs and buffs, that kind of stuff. So, before we're, by the way, the meta now, if you've played League of Legends at all, Blitzcrank is now like a huge support meta that everybody uses.
Yeah, but he gets in blind pick. Because I think draft pick, that's the number one support that gets banned.
Yes, but I would say everybody else is doing it wrong, because I did it first. I used to always play support blitz. It was amazing, and I would go like man immune, archangels back before they removed everything. It was awesome. Like I had like a 4,000 shield, 4,000 health shield when I went.
What? OP.
It was awesome.
OP.
Yeah.
Inbound nerf, please. Yeah, sorry, that was a big tangent, but I did feel like it was sort of relevant, though.
Yeah, League of Legends gets me. But yeah, instant gratification, that game, like I can talk for hours on how Dota 2 is better. I'm saying it. Everybody hears it. Dota 2 is better.
You're going to get us in trouble. You're going to get us in trouble here.
Yep, sorry, saying it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, take it back.
Well, wait a minute. You could possibly say that, League of Legends is to Call of Duty as, Dota is to Battlefield 4 almost, or Battlefield 3, right? Or Arma,
no,
I don't know.
Because actually, one of the creators of League of Legends, which was, I believe, Gwinsu was the name that they had in Dota, he left and made League of Legends with a few of his buddies. Right?
Yeah.
He created that. But he got all of his, if you even look at the items, are very similar. The ideas, some of the abilities, very similar to Dota 2, which I'm not saying he copied off him, but I'm saying he took everything that was there and made his own MOBA, Massive Online Battle Arena, if you don't know what that is.
Yeah, of course. MOBAs, come on.
Some may not. Yeah, well, some may not. I'm sure.
Come on.
But he took basically what Dota 2 was and made it a friendlier, like, kiddie version, in my opinion. You don't lose. You have constant gold taking. You don't lose gold when you die. There's no real death penalty. Actually, it favors you if you die a lot to the other team.
What?
Because for every time you die, you're worth less gold.
Oh, that's
true. So if
true.
you die like 5 times in a row to somebody, they're not getting as much gold, so there's no real penalty. So the only real penalty is on the person killing you all the time. So it would behoove them not to kill you, to actually just worry about creeps.
That sounds backwards.
I'm telling you, that game is awful in my opinion. I'm sorry, I say it. But yeah, but going back to like before.
Yes, back to our main subject. I'm sorry about that tangent.
No,
I had to do it.
League of Legends does have something to do with it, because it's easier for players, more casual people, like you're saying. It's catering to the masses. It's getting them to where they want, they want it to be easy. They want to be able to pick up a guy and say, I can win. And they can, because the way they build the characters.
Exactly.
Anyways, but let's go back. I'm talking about how it was back in the day when I played COD 1. It was super required on skills.
Whoops.
In 2000, I think it was 2004. That's so long ago. 2004 is when I think I got it. I got the Game of the Year edition, whatever. And I played it. I was late to the Coliseum, but for competitions, but I played it and I was so good. And because it required you to hear, you had to pay attention to sound. And I would say 70% of the game was sound, especially in Search and Destroy, because you're walking around, everybody can hear you, they know where you're coming from, they just wait on you. But it required skill. The bullets, even though it had the same engine, it was straight. But the way the guns work is it was in World War II style. Anyways, the guns, or World War I, the guns were real easy. It's like bolt action. There's no real automatic weapons. They had true recoil. When you fire the gun, it lifted up. You had to pull down on your mouse as you fired to keep the bullets straight. It was actually really cool. I really loved how they did that. And then COD 2 came out and it wasn't that good. And then, comparing that to like when my first instance with Battlefield was Battlefield 1942. And that was fun. I mean, I really like Battlefield 1942. I used to play that all the time. And what happened to the AI? I miss AI. Like I played 1942 against AI with like 10 friends, and it was so fun, like trying to defeat all these hardest computers with like the 1,000 tickets and like trying to survive, see how many kills we can get, just having fun. And the AI went away. But you playing that, even then, back then, I thought that game took more skill than some of the games now. And that game you had to work for it. The first instance of me trying to fly a helicopter, I swear I crashed 50 helicopters right and got it to hover.
Everybody does that with aircrafts in all games.
Yeah, but I mean, I was bad. And then I got really good because I kept trying at it. But they had an expansion like Vietnam or something that I played.
I played 1943, I think.
See, I never heard of that.
That was on the PS3, though, so that was different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I never played the other one. But, going from there, moving on up, you had like COD 4, which you played a little bit. You said I played mod for Land Center, so I sponsored.
Yeah. I'm embarrassed because I started off on like the PS3. Well, I mean, I grew up like first with all the consoles, and then moved up to PS1, PS2, PS3, and then I realized that the only thing worth playing on is the PC. So I've seen the light.
Well, any older gamer, anybody can attest.
Console.
To this, you're a console gamer.
Yeah.
I remember playing an Atari. I had an Atari. Actually, I had an Atari with like 60 games. A lot of them were duplicates, because whatever. But I had two regular Nintendos, 2 Super Nintendos, a Sega, a Dreamcast, a PlayStation 1, was it N64, GoldenEye, awesome. That game was so amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
N64,
Perfect Dark.
I didn't play Perfect Dark.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I played like GoldenEye a lot, and Star Fox. 64,
Ooh, Star Fox.
and Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah, all those classics. Yeah. Getting on the tangent again though.
So like, okay, sorry. But I mean, you look at like the progression. Like you go from COD 1 all the way up to now. So we can talk about what we think Battlefield 4 is going to look like, what Ghost is going to look like. So what do you think? How do you think Battlefield 4 is going to do? What do you think it's going to be like?
Like I said, I think it's just a Battlefield 3.5. But don't get me wrong, it looks good. I think I'm going to definitely get it and play with the clan, but I mean, I feel like it doesn't really bring anything revolutionary. It's just kind of like, a refresh in, graphics and the physics and stuff. But I feel like it didn't really bring anything new. But it looks like a lot of fun, don't get me wrong,
Yeah, and like we were saying, like Battlefield 3.5.
Yeah.
The only thing I've noticed is like, look, we can destroy buildings, but big whoop. All that does is get more in your way. I mean, now you have to worry about an entire giant structure falling on you. Somehow, like some dude places 4 things of C4 and it blows up. I don't know how that works, but
yeah.
I don't want a whole building falling on me in the middle of a map. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I understand like flying through the cityscape. That'd be really cool because they tried to do that with I think Gulf of Oman or something like that.
Ooh.
Or one of them, what was it, Omaha Beach?
No
I can't
idea.
remember. In Battlefield 3. Anyways, they had one that's similar to that. It was really cool flying between the buildings and having people crash that are following you and stuff. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be. I think I'm going to get it.
You have to get it. You have to get it. The clan's going to get it. You got to play with them.
Yeah.
Same thing probably with Ghosts.
I'd have to like sneak money out to side against the wife's will.
Oh,
she's like, what's that game?
you
I'm like, it's that Battlefield
men.
game I used to have. Which new you don't know about. But yeah. So
Boy, does it feel
I
good
will
to
most
be
likely get it.
single.
Oh man. Actually, you know what? It's fine. I'm married. It's okay. I've got a good life. Got a pretty good wife.
She's standing behind you right now, isn't she?
No. Actually, she's not. She's at work.
I'm only kidding.
Okay, good.
Don't want to get you in trouble.
If she was, I'd be slapped in the back of the head.
Oh yeah. Bam.
Yeah, so with Battlefield 4, I know they said they got like new Frostbite 3 engine. I don't know what they could have changed. Like what you're saying, that they did a really good job with the new engine. I'm assuming they try to like fix a few bugs, but
that's true. I guess it's kind of reached its peak.
I'm hoping that they have more integration with the vehicles, because I love the vehicles, the idea of vehicles and stuff. I hope they do everything nice and smooth, keep it, everything balanced, because they had a few tweaks they had to do in BF3, so I hope they, move that along with it and for BF4.
Right.
Now, if we want to talk a little about the Call of Duty series.
Oh God. I feel like COD is like. I feel like it's the guilty pleasure, like, I don't know, like, it's fun, but then I feel bad that I think it's fun, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I should hate it, but I won't deny that, Black Ops 2 is fun to play with people and stuff, and it's, God, I hate myself for it,
Yeah. See, originally I didn't even buy Black Ops 2. I wasn't going to, but my wife wanted to get it for me. She's like, you like Call of Duty, right? The new one's coming out. I'll get it for you. I'm like, all right.
Wife of the year.
Yeah, maybe. But, and then she... Sorry. No, she's great. She's great. But she yells at me for playing too many games. And I was like, it's your fault. You got me the game. But, of course, if you say that, it doesn't go very far. But, yeah, getting Black Ops 2, I was like, fine, I'll get it. I played with my buddy. I actually to the point where like I'm really good in it. I'm ranked top 100 in like 4 categories as far as score per minute. It's fun, but then again, like even when I'm playing, I get mad at the game knowing that I'm mad because the game's not as good as it could be. i.e. with not dedicated servers
Right,
and
right,
the
right.
anti-lag. And
And
I
you
just
know
need
that
time
stuff's
to
gonna be
fix it.
changed. You're giving them too much credit if you think it's gonna be changed. You're just gonna stick to what works best and gives them the most money. So unfortunately, I think Ghost is just gonna be, oh god, imagine how silly it's gonna be. There's gonna be dogs. There's gonna be sliding. I don't know. I feel like, ugh.
I'm pretty sure you said something about doggles.
Yes, the dogs have like the only reason why I would get Ghost besides the peer pressure is the dogs. They have like cute little, like the police vests with like doggles, which are like goggles for dogs. Like, how can you not like that, right?
I guess. And
Yay, dogs!
I was looking at some of the like E3 reveals and that kind of stuff. They
Yeah.
talk about fish AI, I guess, in one of the
Oh my
novels.
god,
I haven't heard
hilarious!
about it.
Like
Really
you
looking
saw
forward to it.
the reveal, right? It was so funny. They were like hyping it up, like yeah, everything's awesome in Call of Duty Ghost now, next gen engineers and stuff, and we've got fish AI, and it's just like really. Next you know, the trees are gonna start having AI and shit and start swaying when you pass by or something. So
To lift up a root to trip you, that would be fun. But
exactly.
Yeah, there's no point. And like I said, basically overall, I'd say I am major disappoint with Call of Duty franchise right now.
I mean,
I'm hoping they get it and they come out with something better. They get dedicated servers. They fix all the anti-lag BS that they've gone through. They allow the console to come back. I can't tell you how many times I want to set my rendering different or set my snaps different or packets or flow so I get better ping or worse ping depending on what's going on. I want that. I want that back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just Call of Duty franchise. I am disappointed. I'm sorry.
I think generally everyone agrees except for the Xbox community.
Yeah, I mean, it is, and that's another thing, too. If you even go back, since Call of Duty 2, every Call of Duty that's come out has been tailored towards console.
Exactly, yeah. And the thing, Black Ops 2, for some reason, that's the only game that I cannot stream on ultra settings. Like, everything else I can stream on ultra settings. StarCraft, Battlefield, everything is fine on ultra, except for Black Ops 2, because it's a crappy console port, so...
Yeah, and even with Black Ops 2, like going back to what you said, you click on a thing, it says stream live, upload video to YouTube.
Yeah,
like,
but
it's all right there.
if you want to be a successful streamer, I say you gotta start now before the Xbox One stuff comes out, because you're just gonna get lost in the sea of new streamers. So
yeah,
if that's something you want to do it now. I'm telling you, get your foot in the door right now before it's too late.
Yeah, I'm trying to start streaming. I usually stream on Deadly Gaming TV 2. But it's not the best quality because I will admit it now, I only have 1.5 up. But I still somehow to manage
That should be okay.
a stream.
Yeah.
It's not that good, I'm telling you. Like I have to dumb it down a lot, but it works, and it also someone's like, "Oh, you're cheating." I'm like, "Well, you can watch me kill you in stereo. You see my screen."
That's the other thing about Call of Duty kids. They're like, they're better than you, and then it's like, they're hacking. Just like,
yeah. Even on the YouTube forums on YouTube on the comments, my cousin commented saying, "I didn't watch the video, but you're a hacker. Anybody who's better than me is a hacker. I don't even play, and you're a hacker." And then he said, "You smell funny."
Nice.
So
nice.
That's my cousin for me. But yeah, I mean, he has that same concept. He's laughing because he knows that everybody calls me a hacker.
Right.
And so that's part of it, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, same thing with Nightmare. That's why I think that's why he changed his name to Poop Stars, because it's funny when someone says Poop Stars, you're totally hacking. He's like, damn you, poop, and it's like, yeah.
It's pretty funny. Yeah, but I go as Superman when I play, so there's like F the Justice League and leave. And
really?
It's pretty funny. Yeah, it's funny.
That's great.
I play with Brklyn a lot too, and we try to, by using the stream and the the videos, we want to promote getting more people in for like the recruiting.
And that'll help.
And so
that'll help. Yeah.
It's actually worked. Me personally, I think I've got 2 people.
Nice.
The clan. One of them is really young, but on the flip side, he's been active. He's probably one of our more active recruits that I've seen. Shout out to Potato.
Ooh.
Running Potato.
Yes, I've seen him post.
Really young. He's actually not.
He seems pretty chill. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's a good kid. But like we got him in. I've got my buddy Batman in here, and he's actually repping the DG tags when he plays.
Nice.
Even though he's not a part of it yet, but I've got him repping the DG tags, so they know.
Very cool.
He promotes Deadly Gaming. He says go to deadlygaming.com. He'll even do it for us. So it's really cool.
That's all the little things. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So do you think we should be wrapping this bad boy up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right. Let you start off here.
Okay, so I just wanted to thank all the Deadly Gamers, as name no one chose likes to dub you guys as, for tuning in. And seriously, feel free to submit any feedback, anything you liked, anything you didn't like, anything you want to see more of. Just, we're open discussion here. And you can contact us through PMs, tweets, on the forums. You know where to find us. So...
yes, please do. And I'll talk a little about next week's topic. I hinted at it earlier. Yep. I think it's going to be MMOs.
It's going to be MMOs.
And hopefully we'll be able to get a new clan member, or a clan member in here to be interviewed, to kind of, maybe someone has experience with MMOs, or that's in an MMO now,
Light.
Guild Wars 2, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or Light, yeah, Light.
Yeah, Light.
Light, we're promoting you to come to our DeadlyCast.
Yes.
But if you'd like to be interviewed, feel free to, for next week's episode as well, feel free to PM either one of us. We'll get in contact you as soon as possible. And if you're looking to find these casts, you can check them out on YouTube channel as well as the Deadly Gaming forums. And then as always, make sure to follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you enjoyed on YouTube, please remember to like, share, and comment. And then also, don't forget to vote on Signature of the Month, Player of the Month, and to vote on Top 100. And then make sure you also sign up for the Black Ops 2 tournament, because we really want a lot of people to show up for that. We're excited about Black Ops 2. Play!
Yes. Thank you very much, and see you guys next week.
Take care.